Season 2, episode 52. Yeah. Yep. Bing, bang, boom, bada, bing, boom. Oh, this is taking a long time to load up. I thought this would be loaded up before I started the stream. But okay. Bing, 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 bing. What do I want to work on today? Did I add those to the spawner? Yeah, I've got a few more items now. What's that face for? Do you see I walked? Did you go and walk? Did you walk? Did you make a little trickle? I should probably... No, I'll leave it for now. I'll make it stronger later. I just get to push the I'm starting an exercise button. That's fair. That's fair. Because, yeah, you press the record and then you gotta press the go. Oh, weird. Dark bone. Oh, that's weird. Ooh. I wish I could take the info my Fitbit automatically registers and then upload that when I finish. Aren't you able to connect your Fitbit to it, though? To the app? Did connect it, but I don't think it does anything as far as I can tell. Oh. Man, everyone keeps talking about this game. I've bumped into like 3 people now that are not like in our gaming group that are like talked about how great this game is, and I keep wanting to buy it. Do you have it? You know, wait for sale. Yeah, everyone I talk to is like, it's so good. I have enough RPGs on my palette. Yeah. I wonder if there's a way I can just invert the colors. FX Convulsion matrix. Adjust. Could I use contrast? Brightness, contrast, saturation, hue, color curve. I wonder if there's a thing to flip at the color. Invert colors. Would it be something like color? Oh, okay, that just makes everything black. That makes everything white. Okay. Can I, like, do something weird like this? No. Kind of works. Oh, yeah, I want this to be a gradient of black. Unicorn over... Oh, you just tell me what you have. You don't know how to, like, switch to flip this. Invert the colors. Because I want the bone to be black. So the whitest part should be black. And then dark gray, light gray, and white. I don't know how to... I don't know if there's a... there must be a way to do an inversion. You want to outline to still be black? No, no, no. I want it to be completely inverted, so the outline would be white. I literally just, like, invert. Oh! Huh, like that. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. There was literally... it literally says it right there. I found it. It says invert. So I inverted the colors. So the only thing is maybe the white outline is a little too much. Maybe I need to make the white outline a lighter gray. I go with this gray and just go a little bit lighter. And then do that. Will that be better? Oopsies, I have to make this 2. Oh, yeah, I gotta do it like this. Needs to be lighter, I think. Maybe it needs to be black? I just feel like it's a little too dark. Because the idea is the bone is black. It's a black bone. And I think making black is kind of a hard... Oops. A hard color to kind of... Well, I guess that looks like a black bone, right? And we need to, like, add some dark here. Something like that. I don't know. This is a tough one. I almost feel like it needs to be, like, lighter at some points. So instead of explosion, which is new and explodes, I recommend playing one of the popular FF games, 3, 6, 7, 10, 9, Chrono Trigger, and Xenogear. Put a reference point for your game to look at design from. Well, I have I started Chrono Trigger. I have it. I went back in time. I met the princess. I'm in the castle. And I think I was interested in Xeno Trigger. Oh, Xenogear. It's a PlayStation game, huh? Combat of EX33 is more like Paper Mario, where it has active time event combat. Yeah, no, I heard about that. Yeah, no, I just hear that it's got a really good story. So, that's why I'm like really interested in it. Blackbone 1. And apparently it's not a super long game. I think game is 40 hours, completionist is 60, so. And I play a lot of games now on like easy or whatever story mode. Is this the one? Yeah, this the one. There we go. I think that's what it's going to become. I wonder if any of these other ones need extra things. Swordfish. I do have to... Helmet 2. Helmet... Oopsie, not what I wanted. Hell... This one is a pocket watch. Pocket watch. Gloves. I here for the focus. The Ford Focus. This is what? A bow. Bow 02. Bow. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. And that's not correct. No, that's fine. We should go out and buy a Focus. No, you don't want a Ford Focus. I mean, if you got a brand new one, I don't think it'd be that bad. I know people that have had the like sportier ones, like the little hatchbacks, the Ford Focus ST. But I mean, it's a domestic, so parts are cheap. Oh, I think June will be my first month that I get a payout from Twitch. Make that 50 bones. It only took me starting streaming in February, March, April, May, June. 5 months. That's $10 a month. So good. Be able to take my wife for half sushi. Oh no, I guess we went and had sushi for lunch yesterday because it was a treat for her recital, her piano recital. And with coupons, we got a fair. We still have some leftover sushi from yesterday. For like $50 from Sushi Shop. It was okay. It's never as good as going to like a sit down place and having it made. Okay, I should have fixed those things. See, I gotta make sure it doesn't do that. It doesn't give me the same lightning blade. Doesn't do anything. Lightning blade. Stab doesn't work? Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. I need to make it check. Boom slash. Also have to do enumerated or something to like time my animations. Here we go. That's what I want. Cool. bone. Now it's the black bone. Oh yeah, this is still not doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to attach. Place black bone. Wait, go here. Clear here. I think I need to do it when it drops. Oh, okay, swapped item. Bucket is held. Repair. The clone is held. This is held, but it should say it's held by who? Should be said by who it's held by. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to reference. Who my help by. Held. Do we know who's in slot 0? So then, if it's one of those, oh, because I'm doing OR, I can change this to, if I open this up, and make it pick between one of the slots. If drop slot name is 0, yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop this and do this real quick here. That's 4, I think. So just go beep, delete, go beep, and boop, and then boop, and boop, and this is just this one, boop. And so this is held in slot. Well, no, it's held. Now what we gotta do is we gotta take this unit dot no, sorry, it's this unit dot, is it held by name of item holder. It's going to equal to I need to get the slot, so we need to call something. Here, select inventory, item shop. No, not item shop, it's inventory. And prefabs. Hero anchor points, hero slots. Okay. Hero slot name. So we gotta call the inventory controller. Do we call the inventory controller? So, no. Public game object. Inventory controller. On start, inventory controller is going to be equal to game object. So what's on the docket for today? What's the goal of we're working towards? Just kind of like little fixes and stuff. Right now I'm working on setting the item stuff correctly. So when you get an item, it actually is gonna actually do something. Like if you equip it to someone, it actually should equip it properly. That's what I would like to, or at least like it to know that hero X is holding X item. That's the big thing. Because once I have that, then I can do the adjustments to hero stats and stuff based on that. It's equal to inventory controller dot get component inventory controller. What is it? Held slot. Hero name to slot. Hero name to slot. 0. So this little bit should be the part that and then we're going to do whatever, I just do this. And that should be 1, 2, and 3. And then if it's a false, we'll actually have to also do there we go. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. I think that will actually make it so that it does what I want it to do. Okay. Let's go back to this. Duck facing. Spear. Look at all those treasure rooms. Stop. Pocket watch. Oh, that's a little weird. Okay. Oh, interesting. Hmm. Why isn't it calling that? It's not null. If it's not null, this is the switch code, is null. Move item to drop slot, transfer. Maybe I don't have to do it here. This is for swapping, so maybe I don't need to swap it. Maybe I can take all of this. I'm gonna take all of this. X. Component anchor position center. Maybe do this. And then maybe that will actually do the thing I wanted to do. Bink, bink, bink. Here. Oh, perfect. Evelyn's hand. It's held by no one. Held by Sir Rick. If I go here, let me check. It's held, but there's no name. So yeah, so I have to make a thing. But those shouldn't be there if there's only one person. Ah, okay, there we go. That's another thing I have to do. So we need the controller. Okay, so that's good. We're getting there. So that if I turn this off, it does turn off that. Okay. So hero slot. Do I have reference to those? Prefab elements. Item prefabs. Anchor spots. Yeah. What am I doing with those prefab elements? What am I doing with those prefab elements? Where are they? Oh, since I gotta go there. Yeah, so I don't. That's gonna be here. We'll add another platform, public game object. What did I call it specifically in here? Hero slots. Location that will hold an active. Call it active hero slots. Something like that. Whole slot object turned on/off based on number of party. Okay. Slot count. Okay. Check for items in holder. I guess I just have one. Active slots based on party size. Like that. Something like that. Do we get that information at the beginning? Yeah, we do. We get the leader data. So we'll go if I just do a for loop. And I0 I is less than ladder data dot party dot. Oh, it's the object. Party size I plus plus. What is it? Slots active. So active slot I. Why? I want that I. Why is it cap locked? I dot set active equals true. Oh, whoopsies. So then this would go for each amount of slots that there are players. So we can call this, we literally do it on awake. Because it does anything else. Rules will be And then if I go here and I turn those all off, when it goes to it, it should only open the ones that I need. So turn this all off. Oh, well, maybe add a little more code in here. Debug.log activate slot. Only 2 more scenes and then I get to start doing all the work for this week I was assigned on Monday. Oh geez, you gotta start crushing it then. Time to put on those 10-hour work weeks. Yeah, so that's good. Why, you're saying you're working more than 10 hours? Is that what you're saying? You're putting in more than 10 hours? Not a day. Not a day, no. Just 10-hour work weeks. Not 10-hour work days. Oh! I'm at 10-hour work days. Hurricane slash motherfucker. Treasure. Take the hand. It didn't work. Ah. I really need to like make sure I set my stuff. Because I didn't set it, that's what happened. Hero actors. This doesn't matter, this doesn't matter. This. When you done goof like I done goof. I done goofed hard. I've been doing really good on this show, just my supervisor's like super crazy picky and also slow to get back to me. Well, if you know that, then you gotta get that stuff out faster. Faster. But if it sucks if you're waiting on the person too. It's not the problem. Hurricane! I need an item. Come on. There we go. Hey, this looks like it's working now. Doperific. Clear this. Stick this here. Being by Fatima Zulu. By Sarik. And now I put it here. It should say that it's not being held by anyone. Held by no one. Perfect. Last 2 weeks I've had a couple days where I'm just sitting with my D in my hand for 2-3 hours because I did all the work and it's waiting for my supervisor to get back to me. Oh. Do you know your supervisor's like hours of like, if you can, I don't know how to say this. It's like, if you know when your supervisor starts work, would you shift your work to be like given to them so that when they first start work, the first thing they see is your stuff? Or is that not like a feasible thing? then you're waiting less time. Okay, so, oops. Yeah, this goes here. So, actually, no, we're going to give it to Rick. So Rick has the sword. So the big thing is at the end of this. So we have to assign. So two things have to happen. This has to get matched. And the hero also has to be given an item. Equipped item name, yeah. So that's what it has to have. It works 9 to 7 from what I can tell, but that's not how it works, sadly. Oh. Yeah, it's like, yeah. I've had some scenes just sitting and waiting for like 48 hours sometimes, and other times where I'm waiting for him to take a peek at it and he doesn't send me the notes until 6:35 p.m. for the scene that was due at 5 p.m. Ooh, that's not good. What's the form of communication? Is it email, or is there a more direct, like a direct messaging system that's being used? Because it's a danger with email. Oh, Discord. Okay, at least Discord's direct messaging though. That's a good one. Because I know there can be issues with email sometimes where emails don't get sent. But at least it's direct messaging. Okay, so when we click continue, what does continue do here? A continue button. It just smacks the transition. Okay. So we need to call something that's gonna confirm our stuff. Yeah. So we can put that in the code here. Because right now we then can just run. I guess I could just run a thing that says set. Yeah, I guess. Reset item holder names if they're in the inventory. Oh. Check holder slots for items. Okay. Reset item holder names. Okay. So then in here, we need to look at ladder data. And probably have to hold two things. I feel like ladder data should just have this information. Ladder UI, combat data, save stuff. I think that's what I gotta do. I gotta add a couple. This is combat stuff, so let's just put it here, I think. I'll just put like a thing for items. Item related data. So we'll need public game object. No, we need a string. String. And this will be current items. Names. And then we need public string hero. Okay, well, So this is name of item being held by hero. Okay. And this is going to be name of hero holding item. Because then these will be matched. And these will be matched. So what we'll do is we'll set those. This is for you, for that. So in here, so we're gonna set ladder data. So we're gonna tell it for each item. No, what do we got here? We have information that we're saying we're holding in this controller. Yeah. So that's easy, actually. We know the names. We have hero names of slots. So we know the names. So we go a for loop. Int I equals 0. I less than. I guess we could just do party. Dot get component. Party. What? Or is it other game data dot? No. I'm so confused. Didn't I call this here? Yeah. Game data. Okay. Dot get component. Ladder game data. Dot. Why can't I get any specific things here? Um, no. We'll just call it L. Call this LGD. Okay. LGD dot why does it still ask for this? I don't know why I have to do this twice. Very much confused. Okay. That's a little bit much. Okay. So then, now we know the party size. Then we are able to tell LEG dot. Oh, I'm so confused. Name of hero holding item. I is going to equal to hero name to slot. Is that what I called it? Yes, hero name to slot. Hero name to slot I. Cool. So now that knows that. I'm really shocked you don't have info like party size just in a master game manager script that everything else can reference. I feel like Nick probably mentioned that. No, I do. That's literally what the ladder game object is. But you can't, you don't, like, you have to reference that object. Like, you have to reference that specific thing. So that's what this is doing. But for some reason in my if statement, it wasn't happy with it. I don't know why. But yes, because at the very beginning, whenever anything turns on, the first thing it does is it looks for the game data object, or ladder game data, and it connects it to it. So it doesn't matter, because as you change scenes, everything gets erased except for stuff you say don't delete. The only thing that I have that doesn't delete is the ladder game data, the heroes that are made, and the items that are made, and technically the things that die, like the dead heroes. But everything else gets, every time it goes to a different scene, everything gets wiped, and it goes back to like how it is. So the first thing when the scene turns on, it's like looking for, it's gotta connect these items. So it connects ladder game data, which when it's connected, I should make it a little bit smaller, because right now I'm doing it as find the game object, but really I should do this, and then I should have it also be like get the component of the game object, so the script that's in the game object that holds all the data, and that's what I'm doing down here, is that I'm like creating I don't know why I'm creating this a second time. It doesn't make any sense. This should have let me do it properly the first time. Actually, let's just see. If I get rid of this, will it still let me do that? Oh, okay, so that does do what it's supposed to. So yeah, this variable I've created here is actually just the component part that gives me the data. And then I'm able to use my LGD. So that's perfect. So then this does this. It's now going to write. I haven't seen enough of your spaghetti to know, sure, but the way you just worded that triggered a wow memory leak in my brain. How is it a memory leak? It's a reference. I'm not creating new memory. Yo. I did. I said that's the first thing it does. It finds the game object. It connects the game object. Then, but the thing I said was that this connects a game object, but really I need reference to the game object specific script. So I don't do it at the very beginning. I really should probably do it in like the start function after I've connected the object. Instead, I'm doing it here, where I'm like here, variable, get component, get the game, ladder game data, which is the reference. And then now anything I want to pull that's in this data, I can now pull. So, yes, so what was I trying to do here? So now we're going to write all the people that are holding should probably put an if statement to like block that. Yeah. If hero slot I is not null. Then we do this. That's just a redundancy thing to make sure that there's actually something there that we're going to write. Okay, so this is writing who's holding an item. Now we got to tell the code that who's the item, what item it is. Okay. And so we'd have to check with we'll need item prefab. No, we need, where am I hiding it? Trying to think which is the way to do this. It's gonna tell him. Maybe I need to change this. I could do it that way too, actually. I could just find all the clones and connect the clones. Okay, well, I can leave that. The other one is going to be int I is equal to 0. What is it? Item holder dot length. Item holder. Transform dot child count. That's what it is. Item holder dot transform dot child count. Then wow, I'm doing it here, aren't I? Check what items are being held and by who. Wait. Wait. Item name, clone, transformed over. The clones. Okay. So that is correct. So then I'm going to do I literally just need to call item transfer to child I get item name is holding unit. Name of holder. So we're gonna go through all of these things. And so we go that's gonna be get child. Right? Yeah. So it's gonna be item holder dot transform dot get child I, right? So now we got the access to the child. Dot get component. Is it item unit or unit item unit? Dot name of holder. It's going to equal to. This gets a little complicated. Item holder dot transform dot get child I dot name. I believe that's what it will give me. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I don't have to do that. This is going to be equal to name. Yeah. But the thing is, this is not what I need. This is just finding the object. So then we're going to go game object. Find this thing. Yeah, because it's okay, it's fine. Name plus clone. Yeah, so find the game object clone, then dot get component item unit dot it's going to be the name of folder. Boom. Holy moly cocolis. That's a lot. But that is what it will do. So it's gonna find that game object. Then we're gonna find the clone object and we're gonna match the thing. And then I actually have to do the same thing. Except for it's gonna be slightly different. It's gonna be this. Oops. Oops, undo. Control C. This dot is it being held? Is being held. I guess I don't have to match this. I can just make it true. Actually, I can do yes. Yes? No, this screws up something. If I put an item in the second person. So, I have to put an if statement here. If this thing is not null. And then this can be used. No, we'll just throw a thing in here. Debug log. Matter game data 0. This thing. Yeah, this thing. This the item holder plus is holding and then this will be this, but then it's just going to be name. Okay. Cool. Then I could make it so that I think that's fine. I do have to set it so that the hero actually knows what they're holding. Did I save? I did save. Okay. I hope this works. Oops. I just realized that that bucket's not supposed to be here. Is that bucket in the... Yeah, this doesn't need to be here. I don't know why that was there. Okay. Ninja. Oh, need to change the layers for these guys. Let's see if that made this item actually say that it's being held. No. Why is it the clone? Shouldn't be a clone. Oh, that also should be a thing. Yeah. So they did not get called? Maybe this just happens too quickly. No, because this should do this. Check for items. Get the hero's name and set the target holder. Okay, if slot I dot transform is not equal to 0, get the hero's. Just gonna do this and no, because I think I do that in my own thing. Oh, crap. Save data to ladder data. That would be this one. Hero slots dot length. If slot I dot transform dot child count is not 0, so not the first child. Why does that matter? Child slot dot transform 0. String child name is equal to child name. Get the hero name and set it to the target item. If it's not 0. I don't know why it doesn't, if it's not the first one. Hero slot 1. You know, I'm just curious about this. No, I don't know why I'm skipping hero slot 1. Game object. The location that will hold an active held item. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, we know that. We know that's the held item. Okay. What is slot 0? I haven't heard you mention it that a few times now. Power just composed of slot 0 to 3s and no, yeah, see that's the thing. I don't know why I wrote it like this. It doesn't make any sense because slot 0 is like the first hero. So this actually makes no sense that it's here. It's like skipping the first slot, which doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't skip the first slot. Wait. It skips the first, if it's not, so we'll go to slot 1, and then it sets to slot 0. Doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure. I get what this is trying to do, sort of. Check hero holder slot for item. Okay, so we're checking the this. We're checking in here. We're checking the hero slots, which are going to be those things. So it's checking those for items. So it's checking in here. Checking if this has an item. If that has an item, because there's element 0, element 0. I don't think that's supposed to be there. It being annoying is quite a few ways to say. I have no idea why Pastor Mal did that. Yeah, it doesn't. There must have been something that it was triggering before, but now it doesn't look like it's triggering anything. It should be the same count because it's like there are 4 slots and the elements are always 0, 1, 2, 3. And I know what it's trying to do. It's trying to say, okay, we'll take that item, its name is going to equal its name. And then we're going to set it to, yeah, this is a little janky. I'm just going to get, yeah, no, this doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to get rid of this code. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. Because I don't think I'm replacing my items. Reset holder name if there's any inventory. Yeah, see, and I'm doing it weird again here. Check if the slot has any objects in it. So inventory transform if transform is not equal to 0. Oh no, this one makes sense. Because this is so long as there's an object in there. No, that doesn't make any sense. Child count is not 0. Oh, I get it. I think I know why. I think I know why this is doing this. This is just checking. I realize what it's checking. It's checking that there's actually an item there. Because child count is how many objects are children of an object. So long as there's at least one object there, which means that it's not 0, then we do this. And then, okay. I'll just add comment here. Check that there is more than 0 children objects. I know what I did. I see how it's. And then here is get the first child object. That's why it's 0. Because then you've just automatically made your party size equal to equal slots. Yeah, no, this was just making sure that there's something in the slot. Because you could have technically a game object can have multiple children, and that's what it checks. The thing is, I don't know if this runs. That's the kicker. Because it's like, this debug didn't get, like, I didn't see this run. I'm gonna run this again. I'm gonna see if I get the output, the debugs. That's the problem. I think it's my debugs that I think that's why you gotta have debugs, because then it lets you know if stuff's actually happening. Hurricane Slash. Continue. Come on, I need a treasure room. There we go, treasure room. Okay, let's clear all this. Let's grab a sword. Cool. Lord Rick's on the platform. Steve Longshot's on the platform. Billy Bob III is in slot 0. Generated items on the platform. Items successfully set. Item successfully set to preset sword. Huh, what's this code? Oh, okay, it just gives... Oh, it shouldn't be sword then. That's not the name. The name should be something different. But whatever. So we'll take this sword, we'll stick it here. Okay. Clone is being held by Lord Rick. So Lord Rick is currently holding this. Did it actually change anything in here? It has not... It has not changed... Do I not have an item thing? Knocked out, threshold recruit, damages, names, level, attack, favorite type, favorite item text. Oh, maybe I didn't care. No, I guess I didn't care that the hero doesn't actually care if they're holding an item or not. I thought I had that set up so that they care if they hold an item. Okay. Oh, item data. Okay, so there's supposed to be a thing for item data here. Okay, so then it does have to give item data if it has an item. Yeah, okay. Now we can check our items. This item currently says that it's not held and it's not active. So cool. If we give it here, Longshot now has it. We'll give it back to here. We'll clear this. And if I run this, oopsie, so if I press continue, so it did this, it loaded the next scene, but it didn't call that other function. Load next scene. Am I missing something? Am I clearing on scene? Okay, let's change. No. And this didn't get set to anybody. Okay, so something is a little janky in this. So we're hitting this too quickly. We're not hitting any of this stuff. So maybe I'm gonna add public void set ladder game data for items held. Okay, we'll do this and we'll grab all of this. We'll stick that in this function. So, because this continue button just does all that stuff. So now, instead, check what items are being held and by who. I'm just gonna, maybe I'll add another button real quick, and then I'll just call that specific code. I think that's a good way to test it. And then if I know that it's doing what it's supposed to do, I'm just gonna duplicate our continue button. Oops, I deleted it accidentally. Duplicate. We're just gonna put it over here, and we're just gonna call it save for now. Okay, and then you're not gonna call this. You're gonna call the transition controller, but you're not. Oh, son of a ding dong! I bet you I don't even need to do what I was doing. I bet you I could go here. I could grab my transition controller, boop, this, and I had a thing called continue. Continue button. Well, I did pull it into another thing, so you know what? I'll just use it in there. We'll do that in the continue button and see what it does. That's why it wasn't getting called. That's literally why it wasn't getting called. Now it's going to do a bunch of stuff. So this is going to reset. Okay, let's just check these things. This one makes sense. It's going to go to the hero slots, and it's going to set them. Okay. Make sure everything's set the way they're supposed to, which I think I'm already doing. Then this one's going to set it to the actual ladder game save data. Item holder dot transform to a child. This is going to actually say the hero stuff. Into a hero dot transform. This is resetting stuff. I don't know if these ones are actually going to do the things they're supposed to do. So I'm just going to do this for now. Because that's old code, and I'm not sure if it's worth using. Check slots for items. Okay, it goes through all the hero slots. If there's something there, we're changing the string name is equal to the child name of the object. But then that's going to call it a clone. Hero name to slot I. And the problem is going to make this a clone. Which, okay, so I did do this. I just did it a different way. Interesting. This is the same thing. The only thing that the caveat of this one that isn't going to work well is it's going to rename it as a clone object, not as the actual object. Huh. Pastor Mole was kind of working with stuff. If you're trying to test the specific item, yeah, a way to force an item to a character or a way to choose for any item in the game to make sure you roll it into it would be useful. Something like dev chest and fall. Yeah, I know. I wanna it's like an extra thing I'd have to make, but I've been considering writing don't save. I've been considering writing like a cheat control script. So what it does is that, like, I do key binding, and then what it's going to do is just going to force numbers, specific numbers to stuff before things happen. So like I could have it, or it'll put pauses. So it's like before this gets rolled, it would like pause, be like, if the cheat system's active, it would pause before each roll and be like, do you want to roll or do you want to put a specific number in? Okay. Glove. Okay. Let's grab this, slap it here. She's holding it. What the heck? That didn't do anything. Why not? Oh. I did it again. Ah, son of a ding dong. Bum, 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 bum. It's not transition control that I'm supposed to be controlling. It's this, this, and my continue button. Where's my continue button? Continue button. Yes, save. That is why it's being silly. That's why it's being silly. I don't know. I'm being. Recruit another person. Do a combat. Do your cool stab. Treasure room. Grab the mask. Now, if we slap this here, boom. He's controlling it. Clear all this. Held by blade lightning. What? Who are my people? Oh, I have 2 ninjas, that's why. Okay. So. Held item. Yes! Okay. Spicy, spicy. Let's loot. Let's get whatever sword. There we go. There we go. Fuck yeah. Okay. Excuse my explicit nature, but yeah, there we go. Cool, that worked. Give this guy a swordfish. I do need to recruit someone before I get another item. I got 2 ninjas. Ninjas doing ninja things. Okay, we'll take the samurai. We'll take a fight. Samurai slasheroo. Okay, we'll keep samurai slasheroo. You can have some stuff. Come on, I want a freaking. Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness. Whatever, we can level up. Cool, we'll take another person. Oh, that was weird. That was a weird interaction. I like stopped the combat. Next. Something broke in the leveling up thing. Okay, we need the thing I want. Where the hell's my treasure room? Why am I not calling a treasure room? Will this break? Yeah, it breaks. Okay, my items are sort of working, but I got 2 of the same dudes. So those are little things I have to fix. I have to fix so you can't get more people more than what's already there. A treasure room. Get the stopwatch. Give you the stopwatch. Continue. Another treasure room. Grab a sword. Hey, stopwatch is where it's supposed to be. We'll give the sword to Sir Rick. We'll grab another treasure room. Get a bone. Oh, why is this? Oh. That's why. I have to change that, but whatever, that's fine. The black bone. Now everyone has a thing. Now this is where it gets... I could technically take another item. I could take a... Do I have the fish sword? I can take the fish sword. Now I have... I could swap that out there. I could swap this out here. Okay, cool. So that's actually doing what it's supposed to do. And I can actually put this here. Oh, that was weird. That's weird. Huh. Okay, there's a weird glitch in my... Yeah, there's something weird with this. This shouldn't do that. Okay, something weird thing going on with my sorting. Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool. That's working the way it's supposed to. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I need like a combat actually. Well, I guess I have to do it in the inventory screen. So so this I don't need. So this actually did not do what I needed it, so it doesn't matter. So other thing we need to do, we then also, when we connect that, we need to also tell our hero. So we need to now share that data. So we need to connect hero to the item they are holding. Okay. So we have our heroes in the hero holder. So then it would just be wait, no, I did. Shoot, I did. Item transformed to child that computer is being held as true. Shoot, I wanted to. Oh, hero. That. The item. So then what I have to do here, it's actually, I probably have to do it here. I have to take that hero. I have to take that hero. That hero. So do I want to do this? I could do it that way. Because the hero, the unit has a spot this data, which I'll need. Oopsies. Oopsies, not what I wanted. Here. So then I'd take that hero. Oh, it's nice. It's going to be this. Their name. Dot get component unit script. Dot item data is going to equal to this specific item. So item holder dot transform dot get child I dot get component item unit. Boom. So now we're linking them. Now we will have to create a thing that deletes the links. Yeah, so this is connecting the hero. Yeah, so that is connecting them. So now they have that item's data connected to the hero. Cool. I do need to make a thing that will erase stuff, because if the item's not attached to the hero anymore, yeah. If they don't match, we set the null. Okay, let's just do this. Actually, I might make this its own little thing, because I might have to call it. I might have to call this by itself. So public void disconnect item data from hero. Yeah. The reason why, so then it would be reset to null, you don't have an empty state. You don't have an empty state. Well, that's what I'm about to write. I'm about to write a thing that because right now how it works is the items are the ones that hold all the information. So the item knows if it's being held, it knows who's holding it. The hero needs to have access to this thing's data, because this will do overlays on top of the heroes. There's two scripts. There's unit data, or unit, and item unit. Item unit needs to be linked to its corresponding person that's holding it, because the item unit's stat stuff is gonna adjust the unit stats. But the thing is, let's say you have an item, you take that item and you shift it to someone else. Well, if you shift that item to someone else, the first person shouldn't be still linked to it. So I have to create a thing that's going to remove that link. So that's what this disconnect item data from the hero is. And it's a pretty easy check, because I'm writing it as a function right here by itself, because then it can be called kind of from anywhere. So let's say a thing like an attack that makes you drop an item. What it will do will tell the item, hey, you're not being held anymore, and you don't have a name to reference your who's holding you. You don't have a hero name that's holding you. Then it calls this. That item is like, yep, I don't have any of that stuff. It will. Yeah. So this is how it's gonna work. It's gonna use the hero name. Because it needs to know which hero is not being held. I gotta figure. I'm trying to think about this now. But pretty much, if it doesn't have a name, but I still need to tell the hero that, hey, this data you don't need anymore, and then it goes to null. It's fine. Because pretty much what happens is the unit code checks, is item data not null? If it's not null, add whatever adjustments need to be added. If it's null, it doesn't care. It just uses whatever the stats the hero has built in. But I need to make sure that I'm not doubling up on information. So from hero, I need to now look at this. I need like to check. So it's like either have all the heroes check, and they say, oh, I have data of the sword, and then you check the sword and says, is it true that he's supposed to be holding your data? And the sword says no, then it gets erased. Now the question is, do I want to make this check all of them or just check one hero? Is what I'm trying to think. Because then this can be called in combat. It can be called like, hey, or I could reuse this code or whatever. It's like I could reuse it later and be like, yo, drop that item. Ooh, actually, I might not even want it here. I might actually want this in the unit script. That actually might be better. Because then, yeah, then it doesn't matter. I can call it with some other in the battle can be like, yo, you dropped your item, and then it drops it. Yeah, actually, that's much better. Because this one's connecting the data, but I think unit needs to be the one to... We'll have it very close to the beginning. And what this will do is it'll take item data dot... I don't think I need to get component. Shouldn't I be able to be dot name? Yes. Dot name. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, this is how it's gonna go. If item data dot name of holder, name of holder is not equal to unit nickname, then we're just going to set that item data is going to equal null. There, perfect. So if I call this Dark Doom Company, good day to you. Good day, good day. So yeah, so that's perfect. So then I call this function, and it just dumps that code. And I should put a little thing is, I guess put here debug dot log disconnect item Actually, I should put from, and then we'll just do unit nickname. How's it going today? Oh, it's going. I had 1 success so far. A success. My items now like go where they need to go, and they stay with the people that they need to stay with, which is really good. I can even show that off a little bit. Pretty happy about it. I had a little dance. This was good like that. Let's grab you. Let's recruit someone else. Let's get into a fight. Did I get the same guy twice? No, perfect. Slap this fool. I'll get our wizard. Let's heal. Let's go into a fight. You can do your thing. Ah, there we go. Treasure room. We're gonna take the helmet. Put the helmet on this dude. It's being held by Bill Boulder. Cool. We'll continue. Now the big question is now, Bill Boulder, are you holding that game data? Yep. The bucket is in his power now. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, slapping, great. Now this is where it gets really good. I go to another treasure room. Boom. Bill Boulder should be holding it. We'll grab a sword. Perfect. He's holding it. We have a sword, and we have 2 other people that we can put it on. I know I should have like an image of who's there. It's a little weird right now. So we can swap this. Now Bill Boulder will have the sword. And we'll give the helmet to this dude. And if we continue, Bill Bob third, he's got the sword now. And then Longshot should have the helmet. He has the bucket. Now we need to check our items. Our helmet is being held by Longshot. Perfect. And our sword is being held by Bill Boulder. Perfect. Want to temp. Implement an image, temp, implement the character name in a string output box. Yeah. Yes, I should just put an image there. Ooh, there was actually, this was something. I don't know. Like 20 times faster to throw. Since you should already have all that. Actually, I should actually have. I think I might already have the headshot images attached to the heroes. I might already have an image attached to their prefabs. Do I have any images attached to them? No, I don't have a headshot attached to them. I should actually have the headshot attached to them. Maybe like a couple have like a... But yeah, I should have a headshot. Yeah. Actually, I also should see how those are. Brute head. I mean, I could easily do it. Here, because the thing is, technically they're there. It's just that one scene is scaled differently. That's the problem. This one's scaled differently, and so like the heroes are there. They're just really tiny. Do the names first and art assets later. Well, the art assets are there. It's literally just I make it so that instead of text strings already changed every hero generation, the art might wind up changing down the line. Need multiple possible images if you have different art variants of the characters. A fighter with a blue armor and brown hair as a palette swap. No. So that's the cool thing is I was working on a shader that you give it the color palette A and color palette B, and it knows to like swap which ones. So that same color palette swapping, because it's just like red, make red, all the reds, all this red, blue, this blue, right? And so if it's the same head as the standard character, then it would just do the exact same palette swap. I have a prototype of it that I was working on. But that's the idea. Instead of having to make a whole bunch of art, I'm just going to have a shader that lets you do it. Because it just associates color A with color B and switches them. Making a whole bunch of new art is stupid. Yeah, so that was like the big thing. I have a few prototypes that I've worked on before. It's the shaders are hard. Because yeah, that's why I suggest shaders are hard, but I got pretty okay. Where's it? I think I have an enemy here. Is this the one? This is not the one that's using the shader. No. Is it the one using the shader? No, but he can use this. He can use my crazy shader. Where is it? I have a grayscale shader, but that's not the one I want. So grayscale all it does is desaturate my guy. Where is it? It's not this one. Fade. Oh, this is my cool fading thing. I fade things out. Red scale? No. Where is it? Time, scaled time, no. Sparkles. I had it. I made a shader and I was working on it. It was working. The thing is, the only problem is when I made it, it only worked on the skeleton. Actually, wait. Color change. Unlit. This thing. This is the one. So yeah, this is the one. And then you take... where do I start? I can't remember if it's this color I start with. Body color? Yeah, body color. So if I want to change the body color, I can go and I can make it like green, and it changes everything in like a set thing for all the different shades. So this is like basically how it works. Is that it'll like, it selects the one color, another color, and then this is just using a multiplier to downgrade the coloring, and then I have one for the sword. But yeah, like if I go and make this back to like white, he's like a white bone thing. But if I want to make it like, oh, let's go some little, oh, it makes this, oh, because the dark, so that's the problem with this color, is certain colors get weird for my shaded part. Because this is just like a step shader. So it steps up in the color. No, if I pick a color here, it's weird because it's like it's stepping down and over, but as it steps down and over, it starts going to blue. See, green is fine because it goes to more green. So if I go like aqua, it goes to more blue. But yeah. And then I also have a weapon color, so I can make this like red. But the thing is, it's only the red is only, there's only like two colors on the weapon. What I'm saying is, if you want to do that method, you'll have to implement it not only the sprite of the character in the various gameplay screens, but also in portraits, which currently are just JPEGs, if my memory serves. So I'm just saying at the moment implementing a text. Oh, yes. You're saying, yeah. Because I already have a system for the headshots. That's what's being used in the battle system that makes the little headshots on the side for switching characters. I could still do the same thing. I didn't say JPEG. I said PNG. How did you even read that? Did I say JPEG? PNGs? PNGs. PNJamals. Jeez. Why are you being so silly? Black weapon? Can I get like a rusty color? Ooh, that's like too pinky. But yeah, I'm got the dysleximica. I like change words in my brain. But yeah, that's kind of neat. That's a neat thing. This is cool. How do I go back to my old thing? Can I go back? Can I go back? How do I go back? I don't want to be here anymore. Oh. No. This? Maximize? No, there we go. But yeah, so this is the one. But he doesn't have this. But yeah, that's just a thing I was playing with. It needs to be a bit better. Right now, the problem is it only works for the skeleton. So I gotta write a code that, because right now I physically picked the color. So technically I could make this, I would have to make this same material, or I'd have to make a material for each different character and have it do the palette swap. But I really would like to make the code do it itself. So like when the code runs, it like looks at the whole image and it says, okay, how many different colors are there? Okay, we have X amount of colors. Okay, and then it assigns each color a number, and then it does its A, B calculations for it. So this one was made a little bit easier because it's only like you change one color and it changes the whole thing. So it's like, I want it to be red, and it goes and makes everything a red variant. That sounds like a lot of work for something that would just likely give you a really ugly random color combination. Which one? The one where I have it like check all my stuff? Where it like finds out the color palette for the whole thing and then it just assigns A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B? Or are you talking about the one I'm currently using where I'm like finger picking each color? Because this is something that can really only work with like pixel art, because you described one. I pick a random color to replace with a random... Oh, no, I never said random. How it works is I pick a color on the thing, so I can, like back in this thing, go over, whatever, remove preview. So here, I select this. So I select white, right? So all the white is selected, and it goes and it replaces the white with this green. Then I take the darker shade and I just do a multiplier that increases the first color. So my green gets darker by a certain amount of tones. But the thing is, you have to specifically pick what is that area. So you have to pick what color it's going to replace. And as you see, it just keeps going. It adds more color, and then you see the leg, and then it'll eventually give the arm. So that's how this one works. This, and then my weapon, it's its own little thing over here because there's three colors on the weapon. Something looks funny here. Oh, it's the hip. Huh, the only color difference was the hip. That's funny. So the hip is one color shade difference, and then it's just the hip? That'd be hip and some bones, but I guess it's just the hip. Because I do use the color picker, the eyedropper, right? So if I eyedrop this leg, anything that's that same color is what gets replaced. But the problem with this specific thing, it only works on a skeleton because this is hand-picking each color, which I want it to do the exact same thing and do this for me instead of me having to pick it, so that I can slap the shader onto anything. And how it would work, it would start at the lightest color and make the palette from the lightest color to the darkest color. And then it would still apply my same kind of doubling for the first iteration would be the doubling factor. So it just takes what it is, but it's like, okay, that works for a skeleton. That's like, it's supposed to be all white. Now we move on to something like a hero that might have different colors everywhere. So the idea with that would be I would stick that on them it would do the lightest darkest base palette, and then I would code in, or I would like pick colors myself that I think look good, and then I would save those palettes and be like, I have palette variant A, B, C, D, and then when it generates the guy, it says, okay, well, we see that palette B is active, we got to choose something like C. That's the idea behind that whole thing. So yeah, so it's either I either do this, it's either I try to code more, because this works. This works. I could literally just take this same script or this same shader and just make a new material for each type of character. Or I try to do my other one, which is like a more, I guess I want to say a more universal color swapper, which then it would also allow me to, if I wanted to, put it in code or put it in the game, so that if someone's like, I really don't want my hero to look like this, like, you know, if you want to like customize your hero a little bit, you could actually be like, I click this color and I click this color. Like, I want this color to be this color. You describe, oh yeah, I just read the same thing. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. This is like, it's not like crazy complex shader, but it worked. It works. And the cool thing is, the best part, it works with animations, so I don't have to recolor anything for animations. I just use the colors that are there. When you say a mask, color modification over, because that's what I did with this guy. Is it this guy? I think this one's just a color modifier, so it's just like red, and then this guy is red, right? This is just like the normal. He's yellow, he's green, he's blue, but the problem is it the guy with the red armor and blonde hair. Yeah, the problem with something like that is that I have to, you're right, I'd have to make a mask specific to his body, and then I'd have to make that mask for the entire sprite sheet. You get what I'm saying? Would take his sprite sheet and make everything black. Oh yeah. So exactly. I would need to take the whole sprite sheet for the guy. The only problem is some of my sprite sheets are separated. Like this one's one sprite sheet, but I do have some characters that their sprite sheets are like individual. Is this it? Yeah, like this one has everything separated, so I'd have to. Then you code just green, blue, white. Then you code just say color shift hue. Yeah. And now the armor's green, blue, whatever you want, yeah. Doesn't take similar colors to by account. But it doesn't take similar colors by accident. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing about doing a mask is that unfortunately, like I said, some of my sprite sheets, like this is one sprite sheet. All the animations in one sprite sheet. So this is fine. You just slap it in, and like you said, you literally can use a color picker and you can be like, do this, black, blah, blah, blah. And then you have your mask overlay. But then for other things where I have like, oh, this has like, the cat has multiple different sprite sheets for different things. And that's when the issue of having not like standardized stuff and using different things. But where was I? What was I doing before all that? Oh, okay, so we do have this. I wanted to see that it disconnects. I'm gonna have to call this. When should I call this? Should the proper hero has the item? Yeah. I already have that working. Right now it's so that when an item gets taken off, that the hero forgets, like doesn't have access to that item anymore. I can recommend just putting their name on the screen quickly so you could easily reference it, and then we into the art asset talk. Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, yeah, you were saying just in here, turn this on. slap just like a text thing. Slap a text thing here that just gives their name. Honestly, the difference between that and actually just making it show a portrait is the same. Or better yet, I think better yet would be just to give portraits to the base unit and just be like, call slap this image here. Because like, how am I doing this right now? How am I doing this here? No, not transition. I don't control it. When we start, okay, we connect a bunch of stuff. We place heroes on the platform. The problem is the heroes are tiny. I mean, I could do it. I could do the little thing. I could do that. I could do something silly here. I could do something silly. I don't think I did anything different here. I hope I didn't do anything different there. I hope I didn't do anything different there. Okay, grab you. Go to a fight. Slash. Continue. Come on, give me a treasure room. Why you no give me a treasure room? I think he's gonna level up off of this. Hey, treasure room, perfect, okay. I'll give him a sword. Now, this is where it's interesting. If we go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, here. He's right there. He's here. Homie's there. The only problem is, the heck, where is homie? Is he behind it? Wait. Maybe he's behind it? Oh, there he is. Oh, so it's like my stuff is wrong. Wait, no, is this 0? No. So what the heck? Why? This is my UI elements background. Background. -1. Plus, minus, what the heck? Okay, that would be why. Because I get rid of this, he's right there. So maybe my background needs to be not an image. Why don't I make this a sprite? Because then I can have a UI. No, I had UI. Image. Square. Let's turn this off. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And let's just grab that same, whatever, we'll grab this. Does that do anything? Can I go like 100? No. I'll do this. Que pasa? What is going on? Why can't I see this? Okay, 1, 1. Okay, there we go. Okay, now he's getting a little glitched out. But if we make you -1, okay. So now we see him. Problem is he's got to go like He's got to get thicked. He's got to get thicked. He'd have to be like 550. 550. And then what about our slot? If I make this just -1, does that make Rick happy? No, it doesn't. Can I go here? It doesn't make a difference. They're on the same thing. That's a problem. So... yeah. Now, does this break anything? It does. If I stick it on Rick out here, now it's broken. Rick has no home. I broke it. I completely broke it. What did I miss? I don't know what's happening. What did I miss here? Putting the name on the screen is quick and easy, and then we can... oh yeah, okay. I'm shocked you don't just have a button for dev purposes at all times that just focus you to go to each type of room. Oh, I see what you're saying. I like you have 3 options randomly generated, but you have to re-roll if you want a specific one. No. So I have the first cycle button. It cycles in order, while the other 2 are still random cycles. But the first room, if I click cycle, it'll just go through the order of rooms. So just click, click, click. You need to change the sprite render sorting layer order. That's what I thought, but the problem is that this is an image, and it's not a sprite renderer. If I use sprite render, just change the thing. But yeah, no. The thing is, I'd have to make these a sprite, because these images. Well, this image doesn't matter, but this image is not a sprite. It's an image, so then it's like it's fixed differently. But maybe I'll just do what Steve was saying and just make just a word for them or whatever. Honestly, maybe I should just change this. No, this is weird. Let's just add a sprite. Just a little square sprite. We'll set this to 0. 0. Why is this sprite? Why is this sprite like not where I want it to be? Here. Let's just try. I just want to do a head. Doesn't matter whose head. You. Yeah. And this is where the issue is that this sprite is tiny AF. Also, this has to be layer 1. Okay. Do I have to do layer -1? Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that's why. Let's make this like 10? No. So it's still 1. Why is this so janked? So I guess this has to be like 550. Okay. Then 1. Sorting layer. UI. There we go. Something like that. Would be it. Would be it. Would be it. But then this looks stupid. Oh. What did I miss? Render layer, Nick, sorry, doxing, blah blah, hi, ugh. long day. Use one. Twists classic. Just import it as a sprite. My supervisor last week, you're gonna have to make some mouth drawings for this because the build team didn't, but you can just make very simple open close mouths. They didn't have to do anything special. I make 20 mouth drawings, my supervisor, this week. I need more detailed mouths with different shapes for the characters when they say these specific words. Wow, that formatting like shit. Don't read that. I just stuck lock you. No, don't read it. No, stuck lock. Well, all I have to say about that is just say, no problem. I'll do more detailed ones and just do them. I know it sucks because they literally told you you don't need to make detailed mouths. You made 20 different mouths. But like, okay, well, actually the question is, how many specific words? Haven't started this week's work yet. Oh. That's how they get you, man. 20 different mouths. Well, I'm curious what the specific words are. You know what I mean? Because, like, wouldn't your basic mouth movements be A, E, I, O, and U? Or even, like, when you just do the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. See, I feel like a lot of them, Q, R, S, are like the same. Usually a lip sync character has what? Wait, does that mean you get like video too? Like you get like the actor, the voice actor being like la 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 la. Oh yeah. No, I can't do it. I can't get to the chopper. Mouth closed mouth, mouth small, mouth large, EST mouth, O mouth small, mouth, F and V, F, V, L mouth, O, the, L. Oh, I guess, yeah, L is a little bit different. No, I don't get anything like that. I just know what mouth shapes work with what sounds. So, one is making... Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was like a standard. Like a... but I guess you have O and O! But I guess also like eye movements also affect what a, like... O or O. L is basically just an A small, but the tongue is spotted upwards. L, because it presses on the roof. Now the thing is does your stuff have teeth? Are there teeth that you have to worry about, or is it just like lips and tongues? I like to talk like this. Love it. I'm gonna get ya. Teeth, that's why we have E, S, and T. E, S, T, U, Kia. Wait, unless the show's being done in other languages. EST and other small mouth shapes like G and Z use a gritted teeth kind of look. G. No one in their right mind would re-lip sync a show for other language tips. Okay. So wait, then how does that... Actually, that just... So then, okay. So what you're saying, the only happens for anime that's because anime only has 3 mouth shapes. Okay, and anime stops doing that after, like, 3 years. Okay. Because I wasn't sure if it dubbing... I think I've seen it before, where it's like they're dubbing over a different language, but then they have to, like, change the words to, like, fit the mouth movements. Why is it always over there? Wait, why did I do raw image? No, I don't want raw image. No! There we go. Stick this here, I guess. Make it center, and hero name. And change this to this. Let's shift it over a little bit more. And give me a look. Something like that, I guess. So then I would have head shot. And then name. Okay. I think that would work. And then I need to set a thing in here. Beginning on start, pretty much just be like... Oh, I guess I could just have set names. Whatever. Public void set hero names to text. And then what it would do, it would just do the heroes, right? When do I call my heroes? The allowed data party size? Yeah, it's just this thing. And this, actually, it could also do it here. I don't even need to do this part. I can have it do it here. We're turning these on. If we're turning it on, we'll do, we'll add another thing where it goes. Oh, well, she should have told me. What did I miss here? Anime has since shifted to we're going to have the voice actors try and match their dialogue. Yeah, exactly. Which is often why sometimes a dub just sounds super awkward. Yep. But it has to match the timing of a longer word. Like, so they say something that sounds awkward, like, thank you for the grub, or, yeah, there's no real person would say every time they're eating, thanks for the grub. Oh, it's Ataki Itaki des Kiz... I Why can't I say it? I'm like trying to read it, and I know what the word is because I used to say that. Akitakutsumamasu. Thank you for the food. Yeah, what was I doing here? I was just gonna set that stuff. Itadakimasu. There we go. Itadakimasu. There we go. Itadakimasu. Wow, I haven't said Japanese words in so long. Big balls and fury. We need some UI stuff, so we'll need another thing of public text. Oh no, it's not gonna be happy with that. I have to. Oh no, I have text message. It should be TMP RO text. No, it should be. Isn't this text? There we go. Hero name text. And then when we do this, same thing. Hero name text I is going to be equal to the person. Hero holder dot get. I have hero holder. Yeah, hero holder dot get. It should be get child. What? Why isn't it not hero holder dot? Oh, it's transform dot get child I dot get component. This is unit, and this will be their nickname. And name, yeah. Boop, boop. Oh, I guess this is supposed to be dot text. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. I'm gonna put it on. Sorry, I don't know why I made all those noises. Oh, here we go. Paste as child. Paste as child and paste as child. We'll turn all these on so I can see where they are. And then this, and this. Where's the movement thing? Oh, they're way up there. So we're just gonna wee something like that there. You and you, I believe, will be like there. That's fine. And then we'll go bum, 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 bum. Where did I put that? Hero text names. Let's see, nope, 4. And we'll grab name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4. And then really we don't need the headshot for now, so we can actually just delete it. We don't need it completely. And we can close all these guys. So now we have the names there. And then we'll turn these off. We will save changes. Console clear. Run this. Oh. Apparently you're clip leader on the channel. Oh shit, I only made 1 clip. Yeah, and I don't even know what that clip is. You clipped me and I don't even know. How am I supposed to fight the clips? Interesting. Shortcut? Roll. Okay, can I get me a treasure room? Okay, maybe it really just wants me to fight some peeps. You go in and fight. Come on, treasure room! Well, I guess, Rick, you're in the hot seat. Gonna level up. There we go. Friggin' treasure room. 4, 5, 6, 7. Rick is supposed to say he wants that. Sword. Yeah, Rick, where the are you, Rick? So let's come and talk. Oh. Oh. I know, it didn't turn. Yeah, there it is. He's saying, oh, that's a nice blade. I should also definitely make this speech bubble be like this and like this. Ooh, that's a nice blade. I'll take it for you, Rick. Just for you. Hey, there we go. Lord Roll. Get it? Because he was Rick, so he'd be Lord Rick Roll. Ha ha ha! And then Fatima Chachala. Cool. Okay, and then let's just double check that Rick Roll has now acquired the item. Yes, he has got Billy Bob the Third. He's got the data for it. And then does Billy Bob respect him as his master? Yep, he is being held by Lord Roll. Perfect. Ooh, we can get another thing. Let's go with the helmet. Cool. That's there. That's there. Slap that there. Cool. Let's see. Does the bucket... Yep. Okay, so everything's working correctly. And she says she has his data. So yeah, the next thing will be actually having the item data adjust on in combat, adjust the like stats of the hero. Well, yes. Huh. I think that's good. What did I miss? You can't see it? Weird. I can see it. Maybe it's worth it to make those dev buttons at the top to try that are just always there. Sweet, what kind of character? Wait, what did I miss? I'm so confused. Working on a new character design for an NPC. Oh, I missed that. Sorry, for. Just put a treasure room button on the top right, or something that always there with a new party button and a fight button. You'll save yourself a lot of time, and it would be hard to implement since you already have it in the pool. True, very true. I could literally, yeah, I already have like the buttons kind of built in. I could just make buttons that force a specific thing. These cycle buttons, and just make multiple things in the cycle button. Ladder choices. Choice 1. Yeah, and then I can make this button have a couple buttons, and then just pick whatever one it's gonna be. Not late, too late to the party. Man, you're always literally. I'm about to go to have lunch. Every time. Every time. But I got some cool stuff done. I might as well show you. You're late, but I'll show you. I'll show you. It's the cool stuff. Like I said it earlier, the loot room you access via your test dev button can also just have every item in it. That's true. I could do that. I'd have to make it so that I spawn every item. And I think right now I have a fixed spawning thing. Fixed number of spawns. I think I only have 3 spawns. Let's take the stopwatch. Oh, I implemented now. It says who's gonna be taking the item, and then you can give the item to them. That's cool. Cool. Yeah, they have the item now. And then we can. Yeah, I want a second treasure room. Let's get a second treasure room. And we'll get a sword. And now it shows that he's still holding the item. Perfect. And we can now switch it. Now he's not holding the item anymore. And the big thing is it actually should, this should change who's holding it. Oh, it will change after. Yes, so Assassin Blade's holding it. And then this one, why does this one not have a name? Oh, because I didn't put the name there. I screwed that up. Let's take a look. Ooh, I remember this one from your like concept stuff. Very flowy. Very, very flowy. Now the question is, are you gonna use like IKs and like some stuff to like make it move, like have it be affected by physics? So like moves, or are you gonna animate that by itself? And then what's the one that you did here? What am I saying? Magic pooping. That's the clip you took. Out of all the clips you took magic pooping. Let's see how it is. Do it for the smiles. What did I miss? The way you generate, they are implemented correctly. Oops, what did I miss? Which would be super crazy if you're planning to start adding item effects to... what am I missing? Okay. Tell me... I'm not doing... Yeah. Earlier, loot room access to everything button. You can also... which would be super crazy if you're planning to add item effects to each item. The way you generate... guarantee they are implemented correctly. Oh, yes, for testing purposes, yeah. That's actually not a bad... It was kind of like the plan to make a different room. So, like, there's the loot room, whatever treasure room. But then there's, like you were talking about, like, a dev room for it. Because the thing is, I'd want to make it separate so that I could just pull it out of the build. So, like, it would be a different scene. And then it's just like, yeah, it's not in the build. Because I was... looking at a thing recently about builds and demos and how there's like there's a guy who like released a demo. Like his game was pretty much finished, but he like released it as a demo and he like blocked off a bunch of stuff within like the first 12. Like it's not like a big fancy brand new game, like just an indie developer. And he's like, yeah, he gets a message on his Discord. He's like, yeah, someone's like, I figured out how to like take off the demo build mode, because I guess Unity has in build settings there is a development build, but apparently there's also like you can build a demo build. I don't know where it is, but I just know that there's a way to make like a demo build. And so yeah, so what I'd do is I'd have it so that like right now, that's why I did this all separately, is that my ladder, the battle ladder, is its own set of scenes, so that when I do a build, I'm just going to remove all this other stuff and it'll just build this for building purposes. But yeah, I'd have another room like this, but then the room would be, well, technically I could, this cycles my spawns. And I don't have a lot of things right now. What I could do is I could make something that just input stuff. But okay, let's continue down. Afternoon stream, do it for the smiles. Oh yeah, it was the best, my best work, your best work. I second an afternoon stream. Thanks, Aries. Somebody tells this man to come back later, bro. Believe it or not, Harley is my dev rival at the moment. I'm your dev rival. Ho 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 ho. But you have art skills, man. You don't need to rival me. I mean, yeah, people data mine games all the time. It's not even data. Apparently, it's like super easy. I guess Unity's like demo build thing isn't like super hard encoded. I mean, yeah, people. Why would people go through such lengths? Jeez. Old unused audio clips in Persona, Goku in Guilty Gear is part of the source. What? Goku in Guilt? That's cool. New items and MMOs, yeah. Afternoon stream. Yeah, why not? I'll do a little afternoon stream. If you remove Goku from Guilty Gear, the game doesn't run. That is really funny. That is actually really, really funny. They must have made Goku early and then used him as a framework for other fighters. And so by pulling him, yeah, that's just like Goku in the real world. Goku holds the whole thing together. But yeah, okay, I'll come back. When should I come back? Well, I'm gonna go eat lunch. So, maybe an hour? Save. He literally, and something in the game relies on him because of... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they probably had access to him early, or they maybe had a game that they were building around Goku, and then it all got scrapped and poo-pooed. And then a lot of their stuff is based around that one character. Goku is just in Guilty Gear. That's neato. Well, I guess I should... No, they use Dragon Ball FighterZ as a base. Oh, that's why. Haha, see, there you go. And I think in Dragon Ball FighterZ, there's like a bunch of variants of Goku. Like, Goku's got like a bunch of different versions of him. And I bet you a bunch of characters are based off of his stuff, which would make sense. It'd mean like if, you know, half your roster is based off of Goku prefab. Should I raid out? I don't know. Should I raid out? I feel like I have 9 people. I think it's polite to raid out. And then everyone can raid and run. Let's see. Oh, my horror game buddy's still there. English, US developer, RPG maker. I'm leaving. He's like, I'm gone. I'm not going to be a part of this raid. Don't want to be a part of it. I'll be back for the RPG Maker one. Sure, let's go there. We'll go here. Is this person talking? Got it. We'll say hello. Hello. Can this person talk? They're not saying anything. Should I knock knock? They could be on a break maybe? Well, that doesn't help if I'm like gonna come and raid them. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. He's streaming, this is seconds, minutes, hours, 38 hours? No, I feel like this thing's just been like left open. No, this is fake. Yeah, because like if I look at the chat, no one is caught. Yeah, I think this is not a... Nope. Unfortunate. Low views. Let's go low views. Multi-model AI assistant. Nope. Nope. Come on, give me some things, interesting things. A lot of these don't even have like views of stuff. I wonder if there's a way. Can I filter like category? No, let's go uptime, low uptime, no. High viewer counts. let's close this for a second and open it again. And see if... I feel like I just raid the person I know. Unless I found like another Unity developer. Oh, Unity, but that's Portuguese. Cybersecurity. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Why don't we go here, see what this person's up to. They're making like a spaceship game. Spaceship game. 3 hours of streaming.
Okay.
Hello.
So how does this work? Do your area damage, and as long as you're spinning, you just deal damage.
I'm gonna say
That's
hello.
kind of like the flamethrower.
Flamethrower. I say hello.
Let's look at how that works.
You want to say hello?
More of a hold situation.
Well, I'm gonna raid and run. I stay for
so
one.
you also have here damage, some kind of thing going on. Hello.
I'm gonna say
Dark Abery.
Abery.
Welcome in.
I bring friends.
So this thing.
And then it's gonna
You
go.
bring friends.
I bring friends. Let's see if we can double them.
Nice.
Is it?
Are they nice?
I hope so. And then do this, and then end the stream. Peace out.
I hope so.